Hey everyone, good morning. Good morning to all of you from the Daily Transform series. Every day morning, 10 a.m., me, Dr. Sumair, and Dr. Deepthi, we come live to give you that morning wake up call and to give you that pep talk.
Yes, a very good morning to all our dear students, and I hope everyone is doing good.
And today, before we start with today's session, I wanted to share with you a personal milestone. Yesterday, I started a podcast series on a separate channel on YouTube called as Yes I Can. And in the first episode of the podcast series, I talked to a doctor who is MD respiratory medicine. And his story is very interesting. If you have not seen that video, I would strongly recommend that you see that video. He started at around a 40% marks in your eighth, ninth, gradually climbed up, and he became a foreign medical graduate, came back, passed FMG, in between had a lot of ups and downs, and then got a 6500 rank in NEET PG. He went into the government college to do his MD respiratory medicine. So it's a like a story which tells us the story of triumph. Like we all have ups and downs, and it is not always rosy. It is not like that you're always born with you know a winning story, but you can make it a winning story by working hard over it. And it's very interesting, it's very highly motivating for me as well. So if you've not seen it, please do watch that video.
Hanji, so yes, we do understand all your queries. That's what we see. Everyone feels stressed out, and yes, it is a tough time for everyone, right? And I would say just have faith and do not scroll on social media too much. That is the government advisory as well. So do not, uh, you know. Um, believe in everything that you see on social media and do not forward any information unless it is verified by the government or the armed forces, right? And that is how we all will ensure that we are not very stressed out and we're not creating panic or anxiety. Yes, so my kind advice to all the students who are saying कि हम बहुत anxious हो रहे हैं, पढ़ाई नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, right? So please understand, we need to have faith on our defense forces. They are doing their job and they're on it, keeping us safe. We are all grateful to all our defense forces. We can never be, gratitude can never be enough to all of them. So have faith on them. ठीक है, वी आर इन गुड हैंड्स. वो अपना बेस्ट कर रहे हैं और हमें भी अपना बेस्ट करना है. एंड हाउ विल वी कंट्रीब्यूट एज वैल्यूएबल सिटीजन्स, right? Please do not share any information which you feel will create anxiety among fellow citizens and which will affect our defense forces as well. Do not similarly believe on things that are there on social media. Be responsible citizens. और उससे क्या है, आपको डिस्ट्रैक्ट भी होना है फ्रॉम सोशल मीडिया. एंड मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि आई नो इट इज टफ, मगर जब हमें अपने आप को वैसे भी सोशल मीडिया से डिस्ट्रैक्ट करना है, व्हाई नॉट पुट आवर एनर्जी इनटू अ कंस्ट्रक्टिव प्लेस, है ना? अ, कोशिश
And
करो
also,
कि
yeah, I truly agree with Dr. Deepthi, what Dr. Deepthi has said. And it's also important to focus on what you can control. And it is
yes.
always very important to keep focus alive in the world where, things are happening which are beyond our control, beyond anybody's control right now. But we feel as citizens, we feel that our armed forces are giving a very, very appropriate, reply to everything that is happening, and we feel that things should be sorted out in near future. So I actually we want you to follow, and I see these questions every day in my inbox. So if the exam will postpone, it is causing panic. If it is not getting postponed, it's not panic. So my suggestion is, let's see how things unfold one day at a time. Be in the today's movement, and there are people who are fighting bigger battles than what you are. Have that cognizance, instead of panicking right now. You have an exam, but there are people fighting the war for your family. So have that grace there, and let's be
And
in the moment. And we, as an organization, as individuals, me and Dr. Deepthi, we promise to you, we will be there every day morning 10 a.m. to keep your focus going, to keep
yes,
your energy going. come what may. We are promising you, and today we are on the 38th day. 38 days last, we have been continuously coming to you every day morning, and we promise we will be with you to allay your fears, to make sure that the children are taken care of, and we are with you, beta.
एंड प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड, लेट्स नॉट ओनली थिंक ऑफ सेल्फ. कोई एक डिसीजन ऐसा नहीं होता है बेटा जो सबको सही लगेगा. इट इज़ अ वेरी डिफिकल्ट फेज. ऐसे टाइम में डिसीजंस लेना भी डिफिकल्ट होता है, राइट, फॉर एवरी वन. तो आप प्लीज समझो, थोड़ा सा सेल्फ को हटाएंगे. कुछ बच्चे हैं जो हाई रिस्क जोन्स में हैं, जो शायद ट्रैवल नहीं कर पाए, राइट. सो इट इज़ डिफिकल्ट फॉर देम टू स्टडी. ब्लैकआउट हो रहे हैं कहीं कहीं पे. So हमें, we have to think of everyone, and similarly we, that is why I said please rely on the forces. जो भी वो डिसीजन लेंगे वो सब कुछ देख कर लेंगे. There is we, you know, we cannot say that one thing is right and the other thing is wrong. It is about perspectives. सो अभी आप अपना एग्जाम, मुझे पता है पोस्टपोन होगा तो भी स्ट्रेस है, नहीं होगा तो भी बहुत ज़्यादा स्ट्रेस है, मगर आपको ये सोचना पड़ेगा कि ये डिसीजन इतना आसान नहीं है. सो वी हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड कि जो भी हायर पावर्स, हमारे डिफेंस फोर्सेस जो भी डिसीजन लेंगे वो आप सबकी सेफ्टी को रखते हुए लेंगे. वी डोंट नो वो क्या लेंगे, हम बहुत छोटे लोग हैं, राइट. एंड वी हैव फेथ इन दी, यू नो, इन आवर फोर्सेस. एंड इसीलिए प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड, कोई भी चीज़ एक तरीके से देखी जाए तो वो सही लगती है, दूसरी तरीके से देखी जाए तो गलत लगती है. हो सकता है किसी को लग रहा हो कि एग्जाम पोस्टपोन नहीं होना चाहिए, लेकिन किसी के लिए वो बहुत मुश्किल भी है टू ट्रैवल, टू go to these
I think
centers,
that is
to
where I think
study.
the lead, that is where, in such a situation which is of national importance, I think the government
The
and the
nation should come first, ठीक है.
leadership is the best people to make a decision on it, and we should show educate and enough respect, and whatever we may do will not be enough to pay our respect to the armed forces. We have to, in our every social media post, every time we come live, we have to acknowledge the efforts that they are doing to make sure that you and all are safe right now. All our citizens are safe because of the armed forces, so you have to acknowledge that every single day, and make sure that we trust the leadership in the further course of action.
ठीक है. तो अभी मेरी काइंड रिक्वेस्ट है, प्लीज, वी डू नॉट हैव एनी इंटरनल रिसोर्सेज. हमें नहीं पता एग्जाम पोस्टपोन होगा या नहीं होगा. what we do understand is currently it is really difficult for students in certain places to actually think of exam and even go to the examination center, but we are not the decision makers here, right? So please don't ask us to speculate, because even when we do that, I believe we will create anxiety among some students, and our purpose is not to create anxiety. Our purpose is to allay your anxiety. जो भी होगा वो हम सपोर्ट आपको करेंगे. दैट इज व्हाट वी आर देयर फॉर. वी आर नॉट हियर टू मेक डिसीजंस on the basis of government bodies, right? But we do understand things are tough, okay? So please, it is a kind request, don't ask us to speculate. We really don't know, beta ji. Yes.
And I
So
think
now
nobody
let us,
knows right now. So
yeah,
also, why we also have. So we will ask you now to, if you have any academic queries, any other
yes.
doubts that you want us to address, we will talk about them. So first of all, I see a query by a bacha saying, "Sir, how to keep calm in this situation?" So by practicing breathing exercises. Also, my suggestion is, in our head we keep racing to past and future very fast. The brain is a very difficult organ to control. वो कभी पीछे जाता है, कभी आगे सोचता है कि आगे एग्जाम का क्या होगा, पिछले साल का क्या हुआ, वो आज मोमेंट पे नहीं रह पा रहा होता. We have to practice mindfulness, and yesterday I think we had a good talk about how to bring focus into your study, how to become a machine mode, how to put a Pomodoro technique, how to use a short sessions of undistracted study. I think those are the things that, if you've not watched that video, I think you can go back to the yesterday's video, and we talked at length about how to study and get more score out of what you study.
अब नाउ आई विल टेल यू हाउ टू कीप द फोकस। जो भी बच्चे घबरा रहे हैं या अपने आप फोकस नहीं रख पा रहे हैं, सो व्हाट आई एम कॉन्स्टेंटली डूइंग इज आई एम गिविंग यू स्मॉल टारगेट्स। सो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि जब मैं एक छोटा टारगेट देती हूँ, डुएबल देती हूँ, तो चाहे वो 20 मिनट के लिए ही हो, मैं आपको डिस्ट्रैक्ट करती हूँ फ्रॉम द अदर थिंग्स दैट आर गोइंग ऑन इन योर माइंड. So what I will say is, to all students who are by themselves, they are not able to keep the focus, follow the targets that I am giving. मैंने कल दो हमारे ट्रांसफॉर्म 10x सीरीज के दो टेस्ट स्पेशली जो IMI-CT के लिए बनाए गए थे, उनको फ्री किया था फॉर एवरीवन, राइट? और मैंने आपको वीकेंड में ये टारगेट दिया है कि सभी बच्चे, राइट? सो दोज टू टेस्ट आई हैव मेड फ्री फॉर एवरीवन. One is based on ECG and one is general surgery. दोनों ही टॉपिक NEET के लिए important होते हैं. So I have given you those targets. Similarly, I am giving targets for you to revise as well. So बेटा, जब आप खुद से, when you can't maintain focus, follow your, follow us, follow anyone whom you have faith in. We are giving you targets to keep you focused, to ensure that smaller targets help distract you from other things that could be going around. They help you bring back. And another thing is, when you do a test and you do something wrong, उसके आगे का भी आपको focus मिल जाता है. Now I have to go and revise this. So it is a chain reaction that we start. हम आपको target देते हैं, आप टारगेट को मीट करते हो, एक तो वो कॉन्फिडेंस बढ़ाता है, राइट? सेकंड, यू गेट एरियाज टू वर्क ऑन, सो यू गेट एरियाज दैट यू आर वीक एट, चलो ये रिवाइज कर लेते हैं. सो सिमिलरली यू ऑल्सो ट्राई एंड गिव योरसेल्फ स्मॉलर एंड डूएबल टारगेट्स व्हेनेवर यू फील डिस्ट्रैक्टेड. ओके,
एंड आई टेक अ फ्यू क्वेरीज अबाउट ग्रैंड टेस्ट. एक बच्चा कह रहा है सर मेरे 110 करेक्ट है, मैं कैसे इंप्रूव करूं? और एक बच्चा कह रहा है कि सर मेरे को लग रहा है सब कुछ भूल चुका हूं. एक बच्चा कह रहा है कि सर लेट्स से इफ द एग्जाम इज पोस्टपोन्ड, शुड आई गिव जीटी एवरी 10 days? So I'll take the GT queries right now. At this stage, a weekly grand test is minimum recommended for students who are doing, who've done all their syllabus and revision. एक हफ्ते में एक grand test करना recommended है. For your mistakes, you need to look at your DAMS video solutions for your grand test mistakes. And also you need to focus on multiple revisions. You have to revise your LRR and DVT multiple times. मैं समझाता हूँ. आपके अगर 200 में से 110 ठीक है, तो 90 गलत क्यों है? So some of them are wrong because you have not revised enough. So adding a layer of revision will help. Some of them are wrong because you have not understood the idea. So that will help. The looking at the video solutions will help. Some of them are wrong because they're a new topic. Again, video solutions will help you to add the topic into your armatorium. And some of them are silly mistakes which have happened because you were not, focused enough. That will not happen again, because once you make a mistake and you learn about it from a teacher, it is unlikely that you will repeat that mistake.
ओके, आई विल टेक अप टू क्वेरीज क्योंकि वो दोनों कॉमन सी. एक तो सुशांत की है कि अभी TND करूं या नहीं, और दूसरा एक और क्वेरी शिवांगी सेट कि मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है आई फॉरगॉटन एवरीथिंग. नाउ हाउ टू रीइंफोर्स दीज टू थिंग्स? दिस इज by giving a test. Okay, when you give a test, एक तो आपको वापस you get the confidence कि नहीं यार चलो, out of so many things I could remember 80%, right? So when you want to check whether you're able to do or not, give a test, right? So anyone who feels that they are not very sure on whether they can recall or not, give a test. And yes, TND papers are very, very high yielding. They are made by the subject faculty. They've ensured they will cover your PYQs, your PYTs. It will also cover whatever the probable question is. And then, as I said, make a wrong diary on it. Spend the next few hours, as I mentioned yesterday also, 1 hour of machine mode working on your wrong diary is equivalent to 4 hours of random study. ठीक है? So we have time. You can use test papers. In fact, that is how it should be. And DAMS में अगर आप खोलोगे तो there are multiple levels of tests that we give you. So you have lots and lots of mini targets to meet. There are TNDs. So anybody who feels they want to now do a retrograde revision, recall-based revision, active recall, test and discussion is an excellent resource for this. Others, you can also go to your test series. So you have Transform 10x tests. You have PYPs, previous year papers are there. NEET का भी है पूरा पेपर, NEET PG का भी है, FMGE का भी है, वो कर लो. Then you have class tests, वो छोटे होते हैं, वो करो. SWTs will cover your last 10 years के PYQs. then there are grand tests, then there are mock tests, right? कितने सारे आप लोगों को हमने टेस्ट दिए हैं. So whenever you want to know कितना याद है कितना नहीं, do a test, किसी भी form of test, mini test, 50 का, 75 का, 200 का, you have so many options, and then work on your wrong diary. Okay.
Okay, so I'll take a few quick queries. Sakshi ne pucha, sir, before INICET, how many GTs should I give? So before INICET, in addition to GTs, Sakshi, I would suggest that you go through the INICET mock test in your DAMS online test series. You will find a lot of INICET mock tests which will help you a lot to cover the exam time management also. I see one bacha has asked, is how to handle internship toxicity, please. Oh, I think usually I don't know, Nishant, what is your query, but पूरा इंटर्नशिप टॉक्सिक नहीं होगा, लेकिन हो सकता है एक डिपार्टमेंट एक यूनिट हो. तो मेरा क्या तरीका था मैं तो वो बता सकता हूँ, बट आई डोंट नो एग्जैक्टली हाउ वी कैन गेट दिस आंसर. बट मेरा तरीका था काउंट द डेज. मतलब मुझे पता था 1 महीने की पोस्टिंग है और 7 दिन हो गए हैं, तो मैं गिनता था 21 दिन रह गए हैं या 20 रह गए, 18 रह गए. इस जो भी आदमी मुझे नहीं पसंद आ रहा उसकी शक्ल 22 दिन और देखनी है, 21 दिन देखनी है, एंड देन इट गेट्स ओवर विद. सो वी ओनली थिंग आई नो इन लाइफ इज good times don't last, but the bad times also don't last. So that always keeps me grounded and positive.
Okay. Next, I'll take up the query of Ravi Ranjan. Ravi is saying कि मेरे GT में अभी 100 cross हुए हैं just. So beta Ravi, that means you need to work on your content. You still have time to study. Please do your revision now through LRR. You have to promise me Ravi कि आपको access है LRR का live rapid revision. वो बहुत ही ब्यूटिफुल रिसोर्स है, आपके ही नोट्स हैं, बट इट्स अ वेरी कंसाइज्ड वर्जन मेड बाय द फैकल्टी देमसेल्व्स. Right, Ravi? So I want you to do one cycle of revision through LRR. That will help you reduce the time, but also go through the content in a rapid mode. So you have to promise me, Ravi, कि आप ये करोगे और फिर आप मुझे वापस बताओगे अगले ट्रांसफॉर्म में in some time later that you have done one cycle of revision. Okay?
एक बच्चा कह रहा है सर, इज इट अ गुड आइडिया टू जस्ट रीड डीबीटी एंड सॉल्व पीवाईक्यूज इन द लास्ट 7 days? आई थिंक इट्स अ fairly
Yes.
decent idea, but Sucheta, my answer would be also add 1 or 2 grand test or INICET mock test from your DAMS online test series to feel informed and to feel in the idea for giving the exam.
एंड आई होप सुचिता बेटा आपने ये पूछा था, आई जस्ट होप कि आपने मिशन INICT एक बार कर लिया है, तो एक बार
हाँ.
सबको बिफोर INICT मिशन INICT तो करना ही करना है. लास्ट वीक यस यू कैन कीप फॉर DBT, यू कैन कीप फॉर रॉन्ग डायरी, यू कैन कीप फॉर योर PYQs. ओके.
एंड आई थिंक एक बच्चा कह रहा है सर हर 3 दिन जीटी दे दूं. दे सकते हैं बेटा, देयर इज नो हार्म. बिफोर द एग्जाम द टॉपर्स आर गिविंग जीटीज एवरी 3 to 4 days also. It is okay. All that is important is, are you giving some time after your grand test to analyze your mistakes, listening to the video solutions, learning from them, and then moving forward? And I know we have a lot of queries, like someone is saying sir we anxiety हो रही है एग्जाम से पहले, कोई कह रहा है कि अभी मैं stuck हूँ. I think these are the two predominant queries that we have: GT score stuck and exam anxiety.
Yeah. Okay, now please remember there is another thing that I want to say, which is कि pace slow हो गई है, GT कम है. मेरे को एक चीज बोलना है to everyone. In times of stress, believe me, you should not be focusing on quantity, right? Whether you were able to give 12 hours or not, whether you were able to give GT every 3 days or not. Yes, abhi what is required is consistency, persistence. And when it is a matter of consistency and persistence, I would rate, in fact मैं तो anytime I will rate quality over quantity. इट डजेंट मैटर कि आप 12 घंटे पढ़े कि नहीं, 8 घंटे पढ़े कि नहीं. इवन इफ यू आर एबल टू गिव कंसिस्टेंटली 4-5 आवर्स एवरी डे, ठीक है, 6 आवर्स तो बहुत ही अच्छा है, बट इट इज क्वालिटी मटीरियल, इट इज क्वालिटी वर्क दैट यू आर डूइंग, इट विल बी मोर यूजफुल फॉर यू. I don't want you to sit for 12 hours on a seat, but half of the time you're scrolling Instagram, other half you are scrolling X, other half you're scrolling YouTube. It's not no use, beta ji. राइट. सो मैं आपको बोलूंगी फोकस ऑन क्वालिटी ओवर क्वांटिटी. इट ऑलवेज इज मोर इफेक्टिव. What you are doing in those 4 hours is what is going to help you. So ensure your content is very high yielding. So we've multiple times told you, use LRR for your revision. Ensure that you're giving adequate number of MCQs in the form of tests. There are various tests that are available to you in your courses, right? We have done a predictor series on YouTube. If you haven't seen that, you can access all predictor tests. Agar abhi tak nahi kara tha, we have done an INICT predictor series. It is free for everyone. All tests of predictor series are free for everyone. You can even access them now. Go to the home page, go to the daily MCQ, daily quiz
Quiz.
section of eMedicoz app, and press show all. Then go to archives, right? So show all में current 5 दिखते हैं, लेकिन बाकी सारे archives में they are available to everyone. It's free for everyone. So अगर आपने predictor test नहीं दिए, वो कर दो, right? So quality is more important than quantity, right? इसलिए मैंने बोला जब बहुत ज्यादा पढ़ाई नहीं हो रही, maybe you can study for only for 1 hour. Open mission INICT, go through one subject, then थोड़ा उसके बाद रेस्ट कर लो, थोड़ा अपने दिमाग को रिलैक्स कर लो. अगली बार वो सेम सब्जेक्ट मिशन आईएनआई से कर लिया तो आप एलआरआर से कर लो. So this will ensure that in every subject you are targeting the most important things. क्वालिटी को ऊपर का दर्जा दो as compared to quantity. ठीक है?
Okay, I'll take a query. Okay, sir, how to stop comparisons with others? Sir, I'm feeling more fatigued and I feel like reading my main notes, but it is taking time. I think
नहीं पढ़ो
एक
ना.
तो ना एक एक करके ये करते हैं, एक एक क्वेरी ले लेते हैं. पहला देखो, पहला जो हम किसी से भी कंपेयर करते हैं, हम उसकी जिंदगी जी नहीं सकते. वी कांट बी इन देयर बूट्स. वी डोंट नो देयर स्ट्रगल. वी डोंट नो वो क्या चाहते हैं, लेकिन हम अपना चाहते हैं कि हम क्या है. तो अभी अगर आप किसी से भी पूछोगे, अपने परिवार में भी, अपने पापा मम्मी से भी, अपने ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स से भी, प्रॉब्ली एवरीबडी हु हैज लिव्ड देयर लाइफ विल टेल यू कि बॉस, रोज अगर मैं अपने यस्टरडे से बेटर हूं तो मैं जीत रहा हूं. इसके अलावा कोई और मापदंड या कोई और बेंचमार्क है नहीं. जब भी हम ये सोचते हैं ना कि लोगों के साथ में कंपैरिजन में मुझे कुछ करना है, तो आपको अपने से अच्छा कोई ना कोई मिल ही जाएगा जिसको देख के आपको लगेगा यार मैं तो कुछ भी नहीं कर रहा हूँ. The only comparison you should do with your yesterday. और एक क्वेरी जो थी कि सर बहुत फटीग हो रहा है. Yesterday also I took this query of a student and my answer was better to take a break at this stage, maybe a 6 hour break or a day break, and then restart again rather than punishing yourself towards a burnout. अभी नीट
Yes,
पीजी दूर है, नीट पीजी
please
दूर है,
don't be
you take a
guilty.
break and do that.
Don't be harsh on yourself. Don't have a lot of feeling of guilt. It is okay अगर आपको आज मन नहीं कर रहा है पढ़ाई करने का, या आप you feel too drained out, take a good sleep. Okay, जो हो सकता है आपने नहीं लिया हो कुछ दिन से, so take sleep, go out, right, in sunlight, go for a walk, do some intensive physical activity today, and you will see that you will be charged up for the next day. So please understand, we have to be kind to our body as well and to our mental health as well. When your body is giving you signals, then you accept those signals, okay, and you take corrective measures so that you are not getting overwhelmed by it and we are not crashing, right? हमने crash नहीं होना है ना. So don't get overwhelmed, right? And don't be guilty if you're taking some breaks. It is a tough situation. Be kind to yourself and just persist. So कोई बात नहीं, आज नहीं तो कल करेंगे, थोड़ा सा ब्रेक ले लेते हैं.
एक बच्चे ने पूछा है कि सर मैं तभी ज्यादा कंसिस्टेंट हो पाता हूँ जब मुझे किसी को रिपोर्ट करना हो, अकाउंटेबल हूँ. तो बेटा
तो
मैं
करो
आपको
ना.
करो ना, इसी रोज सुबह 10 बजे कमेंट में आना है और बताना है कि कल क्या
तो
पढ़ा.
कल क्या किया.
We are there. We will tell you. We'll give you a thumbs up live in the video itself.
यस, एंड ऑल्सो आना टेलीग्राम चैनल है ना, उसमें आप मेंशन करो, हम तो टारगेट दे रहे हैं, वो टारगेट करो एंड देन मेंशन योर स्कोर. मैं इसीलिए हमेशा आप लोगों से आपका स्कोर पूछती हूँ, बिकॉज दैट इंश्योर्स कि आप यू आर अकाउंटेबल, राइट? So this is exactly why I asked, tell me your marks out of 20. Not because I'm going to say somebody is a winner and somebody is not, but I'm just ensuring that you are accountable. Okay?
All I can tell you today is that I hear bacha saying, sir, my grandmother is not well and I'm not able to focus on everything going on in my life right now. So Aditi and all my bachas today, all we want to tell you today is studying for postgraduate exams is different from studying from school exams. When you are in school, you are younger, your parents are younger, your parents are taking care of yourself, your grandparents are also younger. By the time you finish your medical school and you are preparing for postgraduate exams, the challenge that happens is everybody else has become older and they are expecting that you would take care of them, and that is adulting for you, bacha. So, and that is where I always tell in each one of my talks, I will try to mention this triangle of life, where you have sapne, dreams, you have relationships, and you have personal health, your mental health, your physical health. And truly successful people are the ones who are able to balance that triangle. My advice to all of you is कि अभी अगर तेरी ग्रैंडमदर ठीक नहीं है तो उनके साथ भी तुझे खड़ा होना है। नहीं होगा बचा तो बाद में रिग्रेट होगा कि मैं परिवार के साथ नहीं खड़ा हो पाया। और अगर अपनी हेल्थ का नहीं ध्यान रखेंगे, मेंटल हेल्थ का नहीं रखेंगे, तब भी कुछ कर नहीं पाएंगे। और अगर सपनों को छोड़ देंगे तो अपने आप के लिए ट्रू नहीं हो पाते। एंड दैट बैलेंस इज समथिंग दैट यू वांट एंड यू सीक इन लाइफ। इन स्कूल इट वाज ईजियर बिकॉज वी वर ऑल यंग। आई होप यू गेट द आइडिया। एंड दैट इज वेयर आई कीप टेलिंग यू about the balance, which becomes more important when you are in the postgraduate stage. Okay. एंड आई ऑल्सो सी वन बच्चा सिंह कि स्कूल में सर डिस्ट्रैक्शंस भी नहीं थी, अब मोबाइल भी आ गया और बहुत परेशान कर रहा है। देखो, परेशान भी कर रहा है लेकिन बात भी तो कर पा रहे हैं। बिकॉज ऑफ द मोबाइल वी आर एबल टू टॉक टू यू एवरी सिंगल डे बेटा एंड सुचेता। अदरवाइज इट वुड हैव बीन टफ इन आइसोलेशन फॉर ईच वन ऑफ अस।
Yes. So I think we will wind up the today's session and we'll come back to you tomorrow. Okay. Now, please take care of the small things that we have told you today. Avoid social media engagement as much as you can. I know it is difficult to resist, but anyways, the information on social media may not be correct, right? Rely only on resources that are coming from the government or the forces which give us the correct information. For exams, we will wait for official notification from the institutes. They are the best people. They will guide you for
And
sure.
once we have an official notification, we will come live and inform you. So
Yes.
even if you delete all your social medias, we are coming live every day on the DAMS app in the Transform series. So it is just like कि हर रोज कोई ना कोई आके पक्की इंफॉर्मेशन दे रहा होगा, घबराने की बात नहीं है। सो दैट एंजाइटी ऑफ मिसिंग आउट इज कि लगता है कि कोई इंफॉर्मेशन मिस ना हो जाए। देख, कुछ नहीं होगा, घबरा मत, कुछ नहीं होगा, हम बता देंगे।
And for your academic things, I said whenever you feel distracted, it's always better to give yourself small, doable targets. Do that. It gets even better when you're accountable. So let us know that you have finished the target, right? So that we will fire another target for you so that you are able to keep your focus. Whenever required, take a little break, okay? Be kind and ensure that you spend some time doing some physical work. Okay, going out in the sunlight, doing some physical work helps you, right, to also maintain your focus. ठीक है बच्चे?
And we wish you all the best. Stay positive and keep telling yourself कि अपना टाइम आएगा नहीं, अपना टाइम अपन खुद लाएगा।
Yes. Take care.